Hi, I'm Mark Doman. Today I'm going to cook olive oil poached black cod with beet puree, pickled ramps, and a horseradish emulsion. Let's begin with the red beet puree. Start with one large or a couple medium-sized beets. Peel and chop them and do the same with 3 shallots. In a saucepan over medium heat, sweat the shallots with a tablespoon of butter, moving the shallots around to prevent browning. Add the chopped beets and sweat them for a few minutes longer, continuing to stir them around. Next, add enough vegetable stock to cover the chopped beets. Adjust the heat and bring the stock to a rapid simmer and cook the vegetables until the stock reduces and the vegetables are soft, about 8 minutes. Transfer the vegetables to a blender and puree. Use a cover or a towel to avoid redecorating your kitchen with beet puree. Pour the puree into a saucepan that you can reheat later and season to taste with a little sea salt and fresh ground pepper. On to the horseradish emulsion. Start by peeling and roughly chopping about 4 ounces of horseradish root. Add it to a blender and with enough grapeseed oil or olive oil to cover and a pinch of sea salt, puree in a blender, allowing the horseradish to fully release its heat and flavor into the oil. In a saucepan with a cup of vegetable stock, add a few heaping tablespoons of the puree. Then add the juice of half a lemon, which will brighten the sauce and help cut through the richness of the fish and the beets. Season to taste with sea salt and simmer the mixture until it becomes fragrant. Remove it from the heat and add 2 tablespoons of butter. Blend with an immersion blender to emulsify the horseradish oil and butter into the stock. This will also incorporate air into the emulsion and the froth will form on top. Now for the black cod. First, I like to infuse some herbs into the olive oil. I prefer thyme, savory, bay leaf. While the olive oil heats over low heat on the stove, take a second to liberally season the cod with sea salt and fresh ground pepper. When the olive oil reaches about 180 degrees Fahrenheit, add the fish. Keep the heat low and maintain the temperature. This slow, gentle poaching will result in a tender, succulent fillet with a grassy herbal note from the olive oil. For a touch of springtime flavor, I like to add some baby leeks and pickled ramps to the dish. I blanch the leeks and ramps, then pickle the ramps with some vinegar, spices, and sugar. Slice the leeks and ramps diagonally, and then add them to the sauté pan with a little olive oil. Season with salt and pepper and sauté over high heat till the vegetables are slightly caramelized and heated through. Now, time to plate. Place a few tablespoons of beet puree in the center of a wide bowl. Spread the puree into the base for the other elements. Add the sautéed leeks and pickled ramps on top of the puree, then gently top with the black cod fillet. Next, I garnish with some roasted baby golden beets, some Chioggia beet shavings, and a tussle of micro beet tops. Finally, I spoon the horseradish emulsion around the centerpiece, the black cod. And voila, olive oil poached black cod with horseradish emulsion. Bon appetit! So this is my iPhone, and on it we have the seafood. On it I have the seafood watch list from Monterey Bay Aquarium, which you can search what fish are good to eat, which ones you want to avoid. Either they've been overfished or the catching methods do damage to the environment that they or other fish live in. So pretty cool.